When silence wins over shouting, there was a time when the Buddha was walking with his students through a village, and as they walked along, he told them, "You know, there's a man who lives in this village. If you want to go see him, you can. But I don't think any of you will return." They asked, "Why is that, Master?" He said, "Because that person does not speak kindly words. Rather, he speaks harsh and unkind words to everyone who goes to see him. So if you go to see him, you'll be harmed by the words that come out of his mouth." The students were a little afraid to hear this, but one of them said, "We are your students, Master. We are not afraid. Take us to that person." The Buddha then took them to an old man who was sitting outside his house. "This is the person," he told his students. "Go and talk to him and bring him back with us." They bowed to the Buddha and went up to the old man. "Excuse me," they said, "would you come with us to see the Buddha?" The old man looked at them and shouted, "What did you say? I can't hear you. Speak up, you fools, or get out of here." The students were shocked by his harsh words. They came back and told the Buddha what had happened, and he smiled. "I told you," he said, "that this person doesn't speak kindly words. You should have listened to me and not gone up to him." They bowed to the Buddha and sat down beside him. After a while, the Buddha got up and said, "Come on, let's go back to the village." As they walked along, two of his students were arguing about whose fault it was that they had been scolded by that old man. The Buddha stopped and asked them, "What are you doing? Why are you making so much noise?" "We are just discussing whose fault it was, Master," one of them said. The Buddha looked at him and replied, "That discussion is not going to bring you anywhere. It's no use blaming one another. Instead, you should blame yourself. You should ask yourself why you were so foolish as to go up to that person after knowing that he speaks harsh words." The students fell silent, realizing their mistake. The Buddha continued, "You should also understand that some people are like that. They will speak harsh words. Even if you try to be kind to them, they will still be unkind. There are some people like that. Don't misunderstand it, friends. People like that don't mean to be unkind. That is just how they are. Just as water flows from a leaky pipe, words flow from that person's mouth. It is no use blaming others for being unkind, when the source of their unkindness lies within themselves." The students nodded their heads, trying to understand the Buddha's words. He then said, "Now, listen to me carefully. You might think that those who speak harsh words do so because they are stupid, but it is not so. Those who speak harsh words do so because they are overwhelmed by strong emotions. When someone speaks harsh words to you, you should know that it is not personal. They are not speaking kindly words even to themselves. If someone speaks harshly to you, don't feel upset. It is not your fault. You should not blame yourself. Understand that everyone has to face the consequences of their own actions. When someone is unkind to you, don't try to be kind to them. Otherwise, you will end up blaming yourself for being foolish." The students listened intently to every word the Buddha said. Finally, the Buddha said, "You should remember that sometimes silence is better than speaking. Speaking is not always good. There are times when it is better to remain silent. My students, learn to value silence, for it can bring you much peace. When you are faced with harsh words or unkind actions, don't get upset. Remember, it is not your fault. Let the person say what they want. It is their problem, not yours. Let them face the consequences of their own actions. You should not interfere." The students bowed to the Buddha and thanked him for his lesson. They understood that sometimes silence is the best way to deal with unkind people.